Hey everyone, and welcome back to
Your
Mama
Mama
House. So today, the other day I was like a little irritated by something, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a grown woman. I should know how to like navigate my feelings on this. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna navigate my feelings.
Navigate your feelings, boo.
So I was like trying to figure myself out. But it made me think like, wait, I've come a long way. There was once upon a time in my life where I didn't know how to soothe myself. So today, I want us to kind of like talk to ourselves from the past on the things that we've done, or like tips to help our past selves soothe and to kind of calm down. So what are some things that like you've done for yourself that has helped you in life?
Like you, I used to also not know how to self-soothe. I'm still learning to do that. I'm starting to like do it more consistently, actually. I feel like now, like that I'm older and I've done all the unhealthy self-soothing, that now I'm like, oh, now I actually know how to sit with my feelings and then soothe myself and cry it out and like process and dig deeper. But for me, one thing that truly helped me, and I learned to do this in like 2019 or 2018, it was to hug myself. Like I would do it like this. Let me show y'all. So this is my pillow. I'm on my bed. This is my blanket, and then I touch my pillow, and then I hug me like
Aww.
this. I pat myself and I rub myself. That helps me a lot.
Yeah.
And maybe it like extra helps me because we never got that as kids.
That's
so, like,
true.
Now as adults, it's like I'm hugging myself. I used to be very uncomfortable with hugging. I don't know if you remember, but like, and even sometimes I still like hug like this. I don't know why. I'm just a weird hugger, but like that. I think that's because we never had affection growing up. It was like sometimes, but like we didn't have at least I didn't. But like, yeah, as an adult, I was like, okay, I'm going to try to like rub myself while I'm, that sounds funny. Okay, silly. Get your mind out of the gutter. Okay. I meant like I used to pat myself and comfort myself physically whenever I'm sad or, yeah, usually when I'm sad. When I'm angry, I don't be like, I'm going to hug myself. When I'm angry, I'm like, I let myself be angry. But yeah, what about you?
Okay, that's so good. So you hug yourself. Okay, I hug myself too. I went a long time with not liking physical affection, but I really love physical affection, especially by like a romantic partner. I just really like that.
Yeah.
For me, something that really helped me to soothe myself was, I'm good at being angry. I know we've talked about that. That's something. So I had to figure out like, okay, what am I going to do when I'm mad? Because apparently that's something that I feel often. That we got to do something about that. And somebody just like angered me a little bit the other day. And I was just kind of like, man, like this person doesn't know how to like make me feel like special. And as soon as I have a thought like that thought comes into my mind, it's telling me, be special to yourself. You don't know how to be special to yourself. And so I'm like, okay, what has happened in my younger years that I'm like, it is very important to me that I feel special, because that's like something that is important to me, but I don't know how to do it. So it helps me to process things that hurt me, how I can take responsibility for my own feelings and not really necessarily put it on other people, even if they're the reason why I'm upset. It's like, okay, this is triggering something within me I need to work on.
Oh, I love that for you too.
It's a lot though, because sometimes I'm like, I really don't want to think right now. I just want to feel what I'm feeling, but it always leads me back to understanding myself deeper.
Can't that be a form of self-soothing too?
I think it is too.
Yeah,
Which
to
part?
Like not want to think about it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Allowing
It's
yourself
like,
the permission to feel what you're feeling.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go on a walk and don't want to think about it. I want to just listen to music and focus on the words or the melody or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Self-soothing is so difficult because we have so many emotions, especially so many unprocessed events in our lives. But if you put in the work, you're gonna get the fruit.
Yeah, I cry by self-soothing. And then also I journal. Yeah, like I said, I journal mostly when I'm sad. And so that helps me a lot. It's just, and when I'm angry. So journaling is for anger and my sadness. So then I just write it all out, and then I feel like I released it. So that's how I do it.
That's good.
I remember one time my cousin and I, we would punch pillows. We would do that.
I walked in on them punching pillows one time.
Yeah, we had another memory where we were mad at our mom.
What did y'all do?
We were playing Wii boxing, and I was like, let's pretend it's her mom. And so we were like, We did really good.
The same mom or your own moms?
Our
Oh
own
my
mom.
gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, so not a proud moment, but that's how we self-soothe in the moment. Like that was an unhealthy way. And then, are we talking about our unhealthy ways?
I was gonna bring some up too. Okay, you go ahead. Start it.
Oh, I would lash out. That's how I self-soothe. Like I feel like I needed you to feel my pain. So when I was in relationships in the past, I was, you know what? You hurt me so much. I'm gonna shit on you with my words, which was not nice. And actually, you called me out on it because I was dealing with somebody.
Did I?
Yes, I was dealing with somebody in
What was it?
August, September 2020.
Oh, last year.
No, it was 2023. So,
oh, you're right.
It was August 2023. I'm like, no way, it was that recent. And so you were like, sounds kind of like verbally abusive to me. And then I was like, I guess I was kind of fucking upset at her because I'm like, you ain't need to tell me that in this moment. I didn't need that. And so I was like, whatever. But I was like, yeah, you're right.
She was upset at me.
I didn't like that I allowed him to have so much control over me and my emotions, and that it brought out that ugly part of me that I did not want to ever like release. And so,
that's my
she's
stomach.
hungry. All right, we'll make this fast.
My tummy is always growling here.
It's okay. We'll eat after this. Yeah. So that was an unhealthy way. It was like, I need you to feel my pain, so I'm going to hurt you with my words because I know that that's going to hurt your ego and it's going to make you even not as sad, but it's going to hurt you as you hurt me.
Because you felt like he deserved it. Because you wouldn't do it for somebody who...
Yeah, and it's like, for me, it disappointed. I disappointed myself because I'm like, even though they deserved it, I shouldn't have because I'm better than that. Why would I do that? Why would I stoop down to their level? Is it stoop down or steep down?
Stoop.
Stoop? Mm-hmm. It's stoop?
Stoop down.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was going to say stupinosis, but...
you also have very unhealthy... Miss... Doesn't that sound a little bit verbally abusive? You should really
Okay, so for me, if I'm good to you, I'm good to you. But if you piss me off, I don't feel like you deserve that. I'm reciprocal, okay? Like, why would I be real good to you? You ain't good to me. So for me, in the past, like with my ex specifically, this one, he hurt me so bad. I felt like he opened up the door for me to do whatever it is that I wanted to. I felt like he deserved it. And I would just go off. Like, because I've gone off on him and I knew what damage that did, that's how I knew. I was like, ooh, do you want to be that person? Because after I would go off on him, like I would say, I had said everything that someone could say to somebody who hurt them. I'd said it. And it was such a terrible feeling it left me with. Mm-hmm. Even though I knew I felt justified, I felt like I was hurt. I get to say this. You hurt me. You betrayed me. You cheated. And then after I said all that, I'm like, that did not change anything. Mm-hmm. Nothing happened.
I think actually I like feeling the same thing when you realize that, hurting them back or taking revenge didn't help with anything. It actually felt like that redirected me to actually learn to self-soothe in a healthy way. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, that didn't work, so there must be another way that works for me.
Yeah. So I feel like a lot of the old ways we used to self-soothe was we didn't know. There was no other option for us. Nobody taught us how to self-soothe. I didn't know if you hurt me, I could be like, hey, you said this and hurt my feelings. Mm-hmm. So it was just straight up, you like
we would explode. It would be like, bam.
We were like a ticking time bomb. You didn't know what you could say to us that would, me specifically, take me off the edge. Especially if you hurt me, I feel like I did not have to spare you. Mm-hmm. And that's dangerous about me. This is why I try to be careful with it. Because why would you do that to me? I'm a good person. I don't want to hurt you. You're making me hurt you.
Yeah. Honestly, I see so much growth in the both of us, though. I'm glad that like we don't allow people to trigger us in those ways anymore, where they can control us by knowing how to push our buttons and make us upset. Because when you're angry, it's kind of hard to have self-control. Mm-hmm. And so I think like it's a superpower to have the ability to self-soothe and to really learn that, because there are going to be times where we do feel angry, and we are going to feel sad, we're going to feel frustrated. Mm-hmm. But it's like how you go about things is what matters. And I really did learn that, like, wow, revenge, like taking revenge for myself on my own, that didn't really help me. Not to say that that might never help, because sometimes that helps some people. All right, cool, I get it, because everyone has their own reasons. But for me personally, I'm like, okay, that didn't help. So I got to find another way to like cope with things in a healthy way that is like more like long term than like in the moment. Yeah.
There's a part of me that even though we may have lashed out in the way that we did, at least we responded to it. Because sometimes I talk to people and they're like, but I can't say anything. Wow, my stomach was growling for a second there.
Like, it doesn't catch you in the mic.
They're like, I can't say anything because it's bad. So then they just kind of let it go. Like, it never happened to them. And so those are two polar extremes where it's like us who used to lash out at everything all the time. And then people who don't say anything because they can't feel anything because this is bad and they're Christian. So self-soothing has brought us, or for me, I can say, is like helped me find a balance between my feelings and my response. Because when people would anger me and I would feel like, oh, I should forgive them, I used to think of forgiveness as it's being eliminated from my mind and I can never go back to it. Self-soothing has brought me to a point where it's like, oh, okay, I'm upset about this. I can think about it. I could be upset at them and forgive them and also choose to never talk to them again. Self-soothing is not one thing. It's different per the circumstance.
It's whatever works for you, because what works for me might not work for you. So think about what works for you.
There was a time where I didn't know how to self-soothe at all, and all I did was smoke. So there were things that I would do to fill the void. Like if I wasn't lashing out, maybe I was just smoking. Or there was a time where I didn't realize I was drinking a lot. And, that was kind of me filling a void too. And that might have been me trying to soothe my sad emotions or whatever the case it was. I didn't know how to respond to it accurately.
I feel ya. Like even for me, like binge eating, that's actually comforting for me, but it's not good for my body.
It could be, for us, it might have been us lashing out, you binge eating your donuts or me smoking or drinking. It's like everyone has their own thing, whatever it is that you do. Look at what you're doing.
Binge
look
watching things. Or
shopping.
Gambling. Or shopping. Oh my gosh, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much what we're looking
social
for
media, scroll on your phone. That's a big one.
Quick bursts of dopamine. That's what we're looking to fill the void of our feelings. So I guess what we're saying is like self-soothing is us going directly to the feelings. It's like, okay, what are we mad at? What's happening? It's actually, it's been like a cheat code in my life though, to be able to do that.
Aw. That's good. That's true. It's like no matter what comes your way, it's like, okay, let me work through this. Like, let's work through this, process it, because things are going to happen in your life.
Yeah.
And it's how you go about it that matters. And I do want to add that, like, it was really hard for us because, like you said, we didn't really know how to do that growing up. We weren't really comforted, first of all, and then self-soothing. I also feel like we were also forced to self-soothe, too, in a way where it's like we would get beat. Well, I'm talking about me. I would get beat, and then I would cry, but I would like go and cry alone. It's like we get beat in the room, we go to our room and we cry. So that's how I would self-soothe. It wasn't like there wasn't no follow-up. There wasn't like I'm so sorry. I had to beat you because of this, and next time you could do this and this better, and it wasn't like that. It was just like beat, and that's it. There was no apology. There was just, okay, food's ready. Come eat, everyone. Let's pray together and eat. Usually sometimes if one kid gets beat up and they go to their other parent and then they get comforted, there was none of that. It was like I got beat and then we just went to my room alone, and then there wasn't no comfort. I always had a self-soothe since I was a little girl.
I agree. Like there was only ever one time in my life where dad came to soothe me. And I remember that. Like that impacted me. And he didn't even do it the way that I would have wanted a parent to do it. Did you know?
No.
Okay, so mom and I had gotten into like an argument. Mind you, my mom was a grown woman arguing with like a 6-year-old. I think I was like 6 or 7. Okay. And I think I was trying to help her in the kitchen, and she got mad at me because I wasn't doing something right. So I was like, forget it. I'd rather not be in the kitchen then. So then I went to my room. That's all we did. We went to our room angry. Like I was pissed. I'm not knowing what to do, but being pissed. Bitch ass motherfucker. Like we got these big feelings in our little bodies. It's like no one's telling me what to do with it. So I went to my room and I was pissed. I mean, when we're angry, crying, like,
yep.
And dad came into my room and he was like, hey, your mom is wrong. She doesn't know how to say it though. And he sat on my bed with me and I was pissed. I'm sitting there. I don't even want to look at him. Y'all know if I'm mad, I don't I'm mad. I'm the kind of person, if I'm mad, I'm mad. And
she make it known to everybody.
I cannot hide it. But also if I'm happy, everybody knows I'm happy.
Yes.
I can't hide it. Yeah. And so dad, you know what dad did? He pulled out his wallet.
Oh, he know the way to your heart.
He pulled out his wallet and he gave me a 50.
Oh,
He gave me a 50, and he was like, I'm sorry, your mom doesn't know, and maybe one day you'll understand. But I just remember like,
you lucky he loved you. He ain't gave me no money.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that like, what I needed was words. Like, okay, I understand. Like, why? But I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna get it anyway, so I'll take it. I'll take it. So it's like, okay,
that's sweet.
But that comes with its own issues now, because there have been times like where guys, you know, if I'm in a relationship or something or whatever, and a guy apologizes to me, I almost don't even know how to respond, because I'm not used to that. I don't know what to do when someone is like.
Also, guys lie though, so do they really mean it when they apologize?
That's a good point.
Correct, because anybody can say, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, even if they give you money.
Oh, I don't just take words for it.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
No, but you're good. So it's like, sometimes I realize in our family, sometimes when we wrong each other and we address it and someone apologizes, sometimes there's still that. Our older sister and I call it leftover attitude. Like, I still have leftover attitude.
That's funny.
I don't know where to put it. Like,
I get that.
You know what I mean? It's
like, what do we do now?
Yeah. Now that we're not pounding and slamming doors anymore, like, okay, real quick.
Yeah.
I know y'all be thinking that like I'm really, really perfect or whatever, but I'm pretty sure I'm the one who punched that door.
Yep, it's about the size of her fist.
That was me. Okay, also though, it was a really bad scenario, but yeah. Gotten better.
Yeah. Going back to self-soothing, I feel like the reason why I do have to self-soothe is because my parents. And they're not the only reasons why, but a lot of it does stem from childhood experiences. And I'm just like, damn, can I just like be at peace? Can I just heal? Can I just be? I do wonder, if you had a healthy childhood, what is it like? Do you even need to self-soothe? Like, I don't know what that it's like.
That's such a good question.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody watching your channel can respond? Can somebody please?
Maybe.
Yeah, please tell us, because I want to know. I want to live vicariously through you.
Also, I know that like, just because you had a healthy childhood doesn't mean that you won't have any hardships. And I feel like even in hardships, like especially in hardships, you need to self-soothe. And so, but I'm asking specifically like with those who do have healthy childhood,
like a normal one.
What's it like? How like do you need to self-soothe from that, or maybe there's nothing to self-soothe from your childhood because it was so good?
Maybe I wonder if it's like programmed into them, like they don't, like for us we have to manually like, okay, remember, don't punch a wall, like breathe, right? Like no, I'm literally telling myself like breathe, in and out, like I'm like manually working myself to like, I wonder if they do it through so much repetition. I'm not sure, but
like it comes natural.
Yeah, like it comes naturally.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, you know how like we grew up so poor, it comes naturally to us, like, oh, this is it.
Okay,
like
I know
how to do
cut this paper towel in half and I'm gonna use this and then after I'm done with this half, I'm gonna use the other half.
It's like second nature to us on how to do certain things. I wonder if it's like that for them.
I think so.
We grew up so poor.
We're gonna talk about that next time.
Yeah,
growing up poor, because it really does shape us to be who we are. We had to soothe ourselves from being poor too. No wonder Dad gave you $50.
Dude, wow, that probably was a huge thing to him then.
$50 is a lot even for me right now. Jeez, you got $50 as a 7-year-old. That's a big deal.
Dad put his money where his mouth is, but yeah. Anyway, self-soothing, it's been a critical thing that we learned in our adolescent years, but I know it's something that we're going to continuously work on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'll never end.
Sometimes I still be acting like impulsively. And so I'm like, ooh, I need to learn other ways to self-soothe. I can't be buying things on Amazon.
Do you be doing it to self-soothe though? Sometimes I feel like you just like nice things.
I still get food to self-soothe sometimes. Like the other day I was like, sometimes, okay. Well, is it considered self-soothing if you're in pain and you're on your period and you're craving something? And then, because you're also really sad. Well, I'm really sad when I'm on my period.
Like
and you want something.
You just wanted to rest. Like, it sounds normal to me.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't binge eat self-soothes anymore, I think. Like fruit roll-ups and stuff. I eat fruit roll-ups.
You just reminded me of something.
But not because I'm sad. Yeah? What?
I have definitely gotten better in my self-soothingness. But I remember one time I stopped talking to a guy. And then his truck got stolen. And mind you, I've gotten better with my words, but I remember saying, like, that's why your truck got stolen.
Which guy was this?
King
They all had, Oh.
This dude. But, yeah, so Whereas I used to be really bad in the past, and I would go off and call you every name in the book. Only if like I don't feel like I respect you anymore, which means you did a lot for me to not respect you no more. But now I just sometimes I say petty things. There we go. That's what I'll say. Okay, she low key Queen Petty Betty though.
I learned from the best. Our mama is Queen Petty.
She is the best.
Yeah, Petty Wop for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm the most like my mama, so I'm gonna be the most petty.
Do you really think you're the most like mom?
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah, I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, oh, I'm this way because like I'm so much like her. She's also super bubbly, and I'm super bubbly, and then she's also super sad, and I'm super sad.
It's crazy because I'm very much like our dad.
Ew.
I know.
I don't like our dad, and then not that I don't like him.
You know, me realizing that
like our dad?
I am. Me realizing that you're a lot like mom and I'm a lot like dad, it actually makes me love mom and dad a little bit more because I see us as like the best pieces of them.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, okay.
The best parts of me were given to you. I hope it's a country song that this dad wrote for his daughter. Oh. It's so sweet. So long story short, he was up in his car. She was sitting in the back. So he was trying to surprise her with the song. So he started playing it. And then while he was driving or whatever, and then she was like, Dad, is this the song? He was like, yeah. And then she started crying like this.
A little girl?
A little girl.
Oh, I think I know what you're
And
talking
he
about.
was like, he was like, baby, don't cry. You're going to make me cry. Aww. Yeah. So, but he was saying the best parts of me were given to you. I hope that all your dreams come true.
I wonder how it feels to grow up being loved. Yeah. Can we like start a support group or something? Like, I want to know.
Yeah, this is basically it.
Oh yeah, are we all damaged? Whatever the case, like
we're not beyond repair. Wait, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, y'all. Well, it's been great. I hope y'all learned something. I realized that I've still got a long way to go. But as I look at the holes in the walls, I'm like, I've come a little way. So we've grown in our own ways, and we look forward to growing more with y'all.
You don't punch no more out of anger.
Yeah. Dude, I really don't
lash out as much no more.
Dude, we really don't. I think we've gone... I know we're sassy, but I feel like sometimes people just still think certain things. But I see it in you.
See what?
That we've gone better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the past, people used to talk shit about how like we didn't know how to deal with things. Maybe that's true sometimes. But maybe if you didn't make us mad, then we wouldn't have to react that way.
That's the thing.
That's really manipulative to be like, oh, see, I knew they were like that. Okay, you provoked us.
For real. I hate the fact that we're like, if we did this, it's because you deserved it. But it's like, we would never
It's like when you choked my ex, you wouldn't just choke nobody. You choked him because he pushed me twice. Aggressively.
But he don't want to tell nobody why I choked him.
Yeah, but he told me that people at his other church were talking about how we were like crazy.
Yeah, we're crazy.
Yeah.
So don't mess
we're
with
crazy?
us.
Huh? Okay.
I just thought it was funny how.
I just think it's funny how y'all think that we crazy, even though y'all the crazy ones.
I just think it's funny how people be making us mad and they be like, they're mad.
Yep.
But anyway,
that's manipulative.
It don't bother us like that no more.
Some of y'all be manipulative. I be a little bothered. Now I'm bothered. Just kidding.
Okay, how are you gonna self-soothe?
Be mad.
Okay.
And then let it go.
Okay.
Yeah. Feel your feelings. I feel like people make anger seems like such a bad thing, but it's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Period.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys for watching Mama House. We will see you next time.